Right now, live at 5, a surprise hearing. The January 6th committee calls a hearing to go over new evidence, the testimony from former White House staffers. Plus, days after the Supreme Court's ruling, Wisconsin's top two Democrats filed a lawsuit to block the state's 173-year-old abortion ban. But first,
a $150 million investment into the mining industry on the Iron Range. We tell you more coming up.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Larissa Millis. Mining is a major economic driver for the Iron Range, and after a big announcement from U.S. Steel today, it could get even bigger. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham breaks down this new venture for the company and what it could mean for two of the range's largest taconite mines. Quinn?
Well, Larissa, it's a $150 million investment right into the heart of the mining industry, and it could change the production of taconite at either Mintac or Keetac for years to come. All of this is a part of a plan expected to break ground this fall when U.S. Steel will build a brand new pellet production system at one of those two mines. The system is specifically dedicated to producing DR-grade pellets, a special type of pellet that's critical for both iron and steel making. Those specific pellets have a higher iron content and can be used in electric arc furnaces rather than traditional blast furnaces. The new production line will allow the mines to make not only the DR-grade pellets, but maintain their current production of blast furnace grade pellets as well. Steve Banach, president of the United Steelworkers Union 1938, says the new addition is a show of confidence in the work they're doing.
Our facilities, both Keetac and Mintac, are a huge asset to U.S. Steel, and they know that, and we hear about it pretty often. I said it's a new venture for U.S. Steel. Obviously, we do not have a DR pellet anywhere.
Once the company decides if it'll put the processing system at Keetac and Keewatin or Mintac in Mountain Iron, they'll likely break ground in the fall. Now, Larissa, as for the economic impact, this could be good news for jobs on the range. Banach says they've really steadily been trying to increase staffing at the mine, and the big investment will help them pull in more employees and put out more product at the same time. But we reached out to U.S. Steel for a comment, and they declined our request to interview.
All right, well, thanks, Quinn. And of course, we'll continue to keep an eye on this story as we know more about where the system will go. Wisconsin's top two Democrats are suing to block the state's abortion ban. Attorney General Josh Kaul filed the lawsuit today to end the state's 173-year-old ban, After the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and sent the issue back to the states, there have been questions over whether Wisconsin's old law is in effect or not. Kaul argues a state law from 1985 allowing abortions up to the point a baby could survive outside the womb actually trumps the mid-1800s ban. He says that should mean abortions are still legal in Wisconsin before that point in a pregnancy. Governor Tony Evers criticized Republicans for doing nothing during a special session on the issue.
Failed to even debate or discuss what this decision would mean to the health and safety of the people they serve. And they failed to protect freedom and the right of every single Wisconsinite to make the reproductive health care decision that's right for them.
Wisconsin Planned Parenthood clinics have paused abortions across the state while they wait for the court to weigh in. Meanwhile, one of Wisconsin's top Republicans says his party will vigorously defend the state's law. Assembly Speaker Robin Voss wrote, "Abortion isn't health care." He says state Democrats using the courts to enact law is just as wrong as the original Roe v. Wade decision more than 50 years ago. While still legal in Minnesota, abortion is becoming a hot issue for the state's race for governor. Today, Governor Walz slammed his top Republican challenger, Dr. Scott Jensen. Walz says he will protect abortion rights at all costs.
Listen to women, listen to providers, and then I think we have to make sure that Minnesota is not at the whims of a judge hitting 60 years old, is not at the whims of an extreme legislature or extreme governor.
Meanwhile, Jensen, a physician, has said he would try to ban abortion. He does not support exceptions for rape or incest unless the mother's life is at risk. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol scheduled a surprise hearing today. Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill, where former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson had some explosive new details.
In a last-minute surprise hearing before the January 6th committee, the aide to former President Trump's White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, said Mr. Meadows hinted about potential problems before the January 6th rally.
There's a lot going on, Cass, but I don't know. Things might get real bad on January 6th.
Cassidy Hutchinson said Mr. Trump's former personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, boasted about plans in the days before the 6th.
Something to the effect of, we're going to the Capitol. It's going to be great. The president's going to be there. He's going to look powerful.
And she said she heard Giuliani mentioning right-wing groups before the rally.
I recall hearing the word Oath Keeper and hearing the word Proud Boys closer to the planning of the January 6th rally when Mr. Giuliani would be around.
Hutchinson also said former President Trump was furious that Secret Service metal detectors kept some of his supporters outside of the official rally on January 6th.
I overheard the president say something to the effect of, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Take the effing mags away. Let my people in. They can march to the Capitol from here.
Hutchinson also testified the former president's White House counsel expressed serious legal concerns about Mr. Trump potentially going to the Capitol that day.
And do you remember which crimes Mr. Cipollone was concerned with?
In the days leading up to the 6th, we had conversations about potentially obstructing justice or defrauding the electoral count.
Hutchinson also says she was told the former president tried to grab the steering wheel of his vehicle and lunged at his Secret Service agent when told they were going back to the White House. At the end of the hearing, Hutchinson said both Giuliani and Meadows sought presidential pardons. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Former President Trump responded on his presidential platform that he hardly knows Cassidy Hutchinson and called her bad news. Dave joins us for a quick look at weather. Dave, it's been kind of all over the place today with a few showers earlier today, some potential thunderstorms.
Well, actually, the best chance for thunderstorms has already paid off. We
Okay.
just got showers in Minnesota, but there was a line of severe thunderstorms earlier this afternoon in northern Wisconsin, which have now moved elsewhere. So, in our neck of the woods, only Vilas County still has a severe thunderstorm watch going until 8 o'clock tonight. 30% chance some run-of-the-mill thunderstorms could redevelop behind. So, Wisconsin, you're not quite out from under the gun yet. Northern Minnesota, that flood warning for northern Minnesota near the Canadian border still has a scheduled extermination date here now of Friday at midnight, or, Thursday into Friday. We'll see if that pays off. What's paying off with the Doppler and satellite map? Well, if you look at Wisconsin, you see that line of showers and storms that was strong enough to be labeled severe for about an hour is moving to the south and east out of our area. Clearing tonight in Minnesota, but still a lingering shot for a few more showers in Wisconsin overnight, or at least until 8 o'clock. Pick your poison there. Tonight, Tuesday night, like we mentioned, some Wisconsin thunder possible, lows in the 40s. For Wednesday, a second low brings us all a 60% chance for late night and evening storm chances that could go through Thursday. We'll talk about those in more detail in a few more minutes.
Still to come on Live at 5, a local technical school received funding to get their mobile education tool in action. Details coming up in City by City.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Oh, somebody ordered DQ.
Fernando, he's here.
The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard, both with drumstick pieces and world-famous soft serve. That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait, for 2 MLB All-Stars?
No way.
Ooh, play it cool, Mr. Delivery Man.
Thank you, Bobby.
That's so good. Play it cool, big hitter.
Have a good blizzard. Have a great season.
Big day for everybody.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, Check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-310-2570. That's 1-800-310-2570 now.
With UCare Health Plans, you get decomplicators, figure-outers, explain-it-allers,
Debbie, you rocked it.
simplifiers, or if you prefer, real people who really believe that knowledge is power. Because guess what? The more power we give, the more members we get. UCare, people-powered health plans.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kevikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News live at 5. Here's a live look from the aerial lift bridge tonight. An overcast day across the Northland after a few showers rolled through earlier today. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. Nominations are open to find Itasca County's Volunteer of the Year, and the general election is 1 week away in Red Cliff. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Superior tonight, where a local college received 2 large grants to support a mobile education tool. Synovus Energy and Enbridge Energy donated a total of $90,000 to Northwood Technical College's new mobile welding lab. The lab will allow students to gain hands-on skills from anywhere. The mobile welding lab trailer was secured through an earlier grant, but funding didn't allow for power. Now with this latest donation, they can purchase a generator to power the lab. Next, we head to Itasca County, where a local organization is looking to honor volunteers. Elder Circle, a nonprofit serving older adults in Koochiching and Itasca counties, is taking nominations for the Itasca County Outstanding Volunteerism Award. Nominations can be submitted for individuals, groups, or organizations. 2 winners will be chosen based on several criteria, such as their compassion, initiative, mentorship skills, commitment, and more. We will have nomination details on our website. And we wrap up in Red Cliff tonight, where local elections will be 1 week from today. Positions up for election include vice chairperson, secretary, and at-large representative. 2 of the 9 candidates for at-large will be chosen. The local transit service will be providing free rides on Election Day. Those chosen to serve will be sworn in on July 16th. We'll have a full list of candidates and transportation details on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, M&A nurses in Moose Lake took to the picket lines today. Details on what they're fighting for in just a few minutes.
Passing cold front today, picked up some showers and even some thunderstorms and took our temperatures down just a little bit. Normal was 75. We got to 72 today. When will we warm up again? I'll tell you, along with the chance for a second round of storms. All of that after a break.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book, and as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
Coming up, the Duluth City Council voted last night to give over $1 million in funding for new homeless housing.
A $150 million investment into the mining industry on the Iron Range. We'll tell you more coming up.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kivikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
First, the two low-pressure systems made its pass through the region today and stirred up a few showers in Minnesota, but paid off best for northern Wisconsin and could continue to pay at least for a little while longer. So we take a look at the storm outlook here from the SPC down in Norman, Oklahoma, and for parts of northern Wisconsin till at least 8 o'clock tonight, there's a 30% chance for the redevelopment of thunderstorms, likely general thunderstorms. Severe stuff should stay to the south of our area. Things could change up again tomorrow evening, though, as a second low brings a second chance for showers and storms that this time may cover all of our zones. We'll look at the odds of payoff there just a bit here from now. First, we take a look, of course, at the current conditions that are being calculated at the airport in Duluth. It's partly cloudy right now with a temperature of 66, a bit cooler than normal. Northwest winds going 6 miles per hour, relative humidity 48%, air pressure 30.07 inches of mercury, back up again as our high pressure system departs and our cold front starts to depart as well, so the pressure rising again behind the front. National picture here shows those two lows that we're talking about. This is the first one with its cold front that's affecting us right now, and there's the second one that could bring back some more storms by tomorrow night into parts of Thursday. Right now, in our area, the line of showers and storms has really moved out of our region. And we can see there goes firing up earlier this afternoon and now heading past Rhinelander, with a clearing sky already taking shape in Minnesota despite a few showers earlier this morning and this afternoon. This clearing sky will let things get fairly cool into the mid-40s for a lot of towns. The record low for this time of year is around 40, so it will be a little bit on the brisk side. The normal low is 54 degrees. Now the normal high, 75. We didn't quite get there today. But maybe as this second low pressure system works through the area, things will start to come back up once again. This is the low that'll bring us another storm chance for Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and some of the storms could become severe there. That'll be followed by higher pressure pushing back in to allow more sunshine into the region. So by Thursday, as the low goes and the higher pressure brings in the sun and temperatures warm up, we could go back towards 80 degrees. Cool right now, getting warmer to start the weekend. How much rain are we going to get then if these lows pay off? Really not that much. More rain in Minnesota could go from about 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch, and in northern Wisconsin, maybe 1/4 of an inch, like around Hayward. The UP this time, though, could be the ones that get the most rain, with about 1/2 inch to 3/4 from Watersmeet to Ironwood. Tonight in Minnesota, I think we're going to get a partly cloudy sky. I think our rain chance has passed, and there's our low temps running from 40 on the Mesabi Range to 48 by the lake. Cooler than normal. Wisconsin, Michigan, cool there as well, 43 to 46, but still a 30% chance for showers and storms at least until 8 o'clock tonight. For tomorrow, the day should be sunny in Wisconsin and Michigan. About a 50% storm chance comes back that evening. High temps run from 70 near Superior to 78 inland by Hayward. Minnesota numbers, 60s by the lake, 70 to 78 inland, with a 60% chance for those overnight storms. That leads us to the 7-day forecast that says we'll be sunny and fairly close to normal from Friday through Sunday. But of course, a new low is going to be with us for Independence Day. The 4th of July, Larissa, does have a 30% chance for showers. High temp of 73. Better chance for storms, though, is with us on Tuesday, the day after.
I gotta say, I do kind of like that we're having some cooler temperatures at night. Because for people like me that don't have air conditioning, it's really nice at night.
Yeah, that's people like me, too.
To not be sweating, and I can still like put my blankets on, even though it's summer. I do like the heat during the day, but it's nice to have a little bit of a cool down.
That's a nice way to balance it, all right.
Exactly. All right, thanks, Dave. Moose Lake nurses took to the picket lines today. The Minnesota Nurses Association says their members have been working without a contract since Essentia bought the facility 2 years ago. Right now, Moose Lake nurses say they're fighting for clarity in shift scheduling, but eventually they also need to discuss wages. Off-duty nurses picketed today. Hospital operations were not affected. In a statement, Essentia reps say they're focused on the issues at the bargaining table. Just last week, MNA nurses in the Twin Ports began an informational picket, and they continue their contract negotiations with Essentia and St. Luke's. The city of Two Harbors will contribute $50,000 to the upcoming Festival of Sail. The city council approved that last night. According to the Duluth News Tribune, that money will cover the Tall Ship Festival's remaining policing and public works costs. and match a grant from Lake County's Tourism Bureau. In a unanimous vote, the council agreed to take that money from revenue the city-owned Burlington Bay Campground generates, not tax dollars. The festival's total cost is estimated around $167,000, and according to the Duluth News Tribune, festival organizers are still about $27,000 short. City leaders say they will continue searching for outside funding. The Festival of Sail is planned for August 4th through the 7th in Agate Bay. After leaving Duluth last night, the Viking Octantis made her first stop in Bayfield today. You'll remember the cruise ship was supposed to dock there last month, but the wind and waves were too high to shuttle the passengers to shore. Today, the 400 travelers got to experience Bayfield before taking off for the ship's next stop on her Great Lakes cruise. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. Today's pet comes to us from Precious Paws Humane Society in Chisholm. This is Bella. She is a 1-year-old calico cat ready for her forever home. Our friends at the shelter tell us she is a lover, cuddler, and explorer. She's looking for a home that will treat her like the princess she is, as she should. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Bella, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, Boy Scouts from Wisconsin did all they could to help during yesterday's Amtrak derailment tragedy. We hear from the parents of those young men next.
Be careful not to...
I know. Moving is as hard as it sounds, but moving your internet to Extreme won't be. Just give us a call and we'll handle it all.
That sounds amazing.
Good, because that definitely did not. Move to Extreme and get our smart internet package as low as $39.99 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Dude, great ride, right?
This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center. My command center.
The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
You do? Here. America needs drivers.
And we're here to help.
What are you learning from Girls on the Run?
Never give up and to always keep trying.
If I'm a parent in your state, I'm like, what's Congress doing? Beyond this gate is actually the border with Ukraine. We've seen people not just opening their hearts to Ukrainian refugees, but their homes. Where will you go?
I'm here for you.
Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health, resulting in high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. This message is brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
I got my start in weather drawing maps for Jack McKenna. When he retired, Carol Hall took me under her wing and got me ready to go on the air. That was 30 years ago in March 1992. Since then, I've covered weather warm enough for thunder on New Year's Eve to cold snaps deep enough to set state records on Groundhog's Day. The journey has taken me from rookie to longest-serving meteorologist in the Northland.
Congrats, Dave, on 30 years.
For you to learn something new every evening, we need to write something new. And that's why winning the 2021 Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing makes us smile. The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.
A group group of Wisconsin Boy Scouts are being hailed heroes tonight. After a deadly Amtrak train derailment in Missouri yesterday, they played a major role in the rescue, breaking windows, helping people off the train, and trying to save the driver of the dump truck who ended up dying. Our sister station in Green Bay heard from the Scouts' parents, who say they're shaken but so proud of their sons.
Parents of these 16 Boy Scouts from the Appleton area are describing the moment they found out the train everyone was on had gone off the tracks in Missouri.
It was a phone call that no parent should ever have to receive. It was probably way up there on the scariest moments of my life.
I heard from my son an hour later that he was okay. I couldn't stop shaking or crying.
Scout leaders say the Scouts who weren't injured were among the first people on the train to help render aid.
I'm proud of them. One Scout, wrapped his hand and took his shirt off, wrapped his hand, and had to break some windows to get people out. Another Scout went and comforted the driver of the truck that was hit and tried to stabilize him. They were tandem working on that gentleman and when he expired. So that Scout is pretty shook up.
The response of the Scouts has now put the troop in the national spotlight, especially with the organization.
These Scouts are highly trained. They would have received advanced first aid training prior to going, including their adult leaders would have had people with wilderness first aid certification, which is a pretty advanced course, and luckily they had that training because I'm sure they put it to use today.
We're told that one of the adults injured suffered a cracked vertebrae and the other a bruised lung and 7 broken ribs. One Scout could be kept in the hospital overnight, but his injuries are not life-threatening. Parents say it's a relief.
Very proud of how some of our boys helped with some of the injured passengers and how they were willing to put themselves aside. That's just what Boy Scouts do. We just can't wait to get them home.
We will hear from those heroic Boy Scouts coming up tonight at 10.
We've got a lot of news tonight. The blockbuster testimony from inside the Trump White House. A former aide reveals the president tried to take the wheel of the presidential SUV and nearly attacked a Secret Service agent after Trump was told it wasn't safe to go to the Capitol during the January 6th riot. The shocking details, including who in the White House sought a pardon after the Capitol assault. Plus, the heartbreaking news out of Texas, over 50 found dead after a tractor trailer was abandoned in the heat. The new information just coming in. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. When joint pain or injury becomes too much to bear, turn to Essentia Health's expert team to keep you moving forward.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage, come with a lot of extras, and are now 5-star rated based on member experience and satisfaction. And not to toot our own horns, bells, but we're good at simplifying Medicare if you're ever feeling stuck. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Dear Lifehouse, when people ask who raised me, I say you.
I was homeless, lost, and alone.
You helped me find my way.
You helped me up.
I started to believe someone could love me.
I'm doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifehouse has been rooted in hope for 30 years, with a mission to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams. We never give up on our youth, ever.
What are you learning from Girls on the Run?
Never give up.
Beyond this gate is actually the border with Ukraine. We've seen people not just opening their hearts to Ukrainian refugees, but their homes. Where will you go?
I'm here for you.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we learned more about U.S. Steel's $150 million investment into a new DR-grade pellet production system at either the Mintac or Keetac mine. This will be U.S. Steel's first DR-grade system. They expect to break ground this fall. We'll continue to follow the story as we wait to see which location the system will be at. And tonight at 6 this afternoon, Senator Amy Klobuchar visited Duluth's 148th Air Base to hear from leaders about what needs to be done to get the facility up to specs in order to house F-35 fighter jets. The base must be federally approved before welcoming the high-end planes. What upgrades need to be done before that would happen tonight at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6.